Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today, Barcelona did beat Getafe 2-1 at the Camp Nou. So at the start of the game, we did start with a 4-3-3 formation. We had Messi, Griezmann, and Ansu Fati up top. In the middle, we had Jong, Arthur, Busquets. And in our defense, we had Sergi Roberto, Piqué, Umtiti, and Jordi Alba. And it was very bold of Quique Setien to use all three strikers because we have talked about this before, that if we use all three strikers and one gets injured, going forward, it will not look good for FC Barcelona. But we did use all three strikers and no one got injured, so it's okay. And so throughout the game, we did convert into sort of a 4-4-2 because Messi did shift his position into the center, meaning that he was right behind Griezmann and Ansu Fati, and he was right in front of De Jong and Arthur. So he was in that false nine role. And I believe the reason why Messi converted into that slot is because Setien knew that Getafe's main slot to attack is through the middle. And this is where Getafe can be the most dangerous. They love to create in that zone 14 area. And the only way to take them away from that is by having Messi in the middle. Because when you do have Messi in that false nine role, connected with De Jong, Arthur, and Sergio Busquets, Messi will maintain more possession, which means that Getafe will see the ball less. And this is what happened throughout the game, like about 90% of the time. And if we look at the heat map here, we can see that Messi spent most of his time in that area, creating with De Jong, Arthur, Busquets, and looking for those passes to Griezmann and Ansu Fati. And I believe this is going to be Messi's main role under Quique Setien, because if we take a 32-year-old Messi and have him play in that deep center role, this is where we can see him at his best version. And obviously, if he's a 24-year-old Messi, of course you would want to put him in that box. But since he is 32 years old and he is more experienced, it is best to put him behind the strikers. And we are probably witnessing the beginning of the full-time playmaker Messi, because I know a lot of people say that, oh no, he's finished because he's not clinical enough, he's too slow, but I believe that he is just getting started. He's going to be dangerous, but in a different way, playing a different role. What does not help Messi though is the options that he has around him, and one of the options that Messi has is Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati is only 17 years old, so he is still young, he needs to mature, so I'm not going to go too heavy on him. But the player that I mainly want to talk about is Antoine Griezmann. He did miss multiple chances in this match. He did score a goal assisted by Messi, but he could have scored a hat-trick, which could have made the game a lot easier for us. And if we look at this play, for example, we can see that Ansu Fati passed the ball to Messi. Messi receives the ball, he controls the ball, he maintains possession, he sees Griezmann on the right side, and so Messi looks for that pass. He makes an amazing through ball. We can see here Griezmann runs for the ball, then he is in a situation where he is on a 1v1 against the goalkeeper, and what does he do next? He misses, and he misses badly. And those missed chances is basically the reason why, even though we play well, we win with a small margin. And this topic is going to lead me to my next topic, which is going to be about Quique Setien. Quique Setien is not given enough credit, and I'm going to explain why later in the video. So first, I believe that people just look at the scoreline and say, oh, they won 2-1 at the Camp Nou against Getafe. Quique Setien is not doing a good job. But people are just looking at the scoreline without context. They're not actually analyzing the game. They're not actually seeing what's really going on. And I believe by the time this season is over, I think the end result for Quique Setien is he's going to say, I gave Barcelona more possession. I made Barcelona press harder. I made Barcelona complete the most passes. I made Barcelona play attracting football, but I could not make Barcelona a clinical, lethal Barcelona. And I know that Setien is very well aware of the squad's flaw and what the club lacks, but this is where I want to give Quique Setien the most credit, because it just amazes me how well he can adjust his team into the way he wants. And let me explain. So over the course of the last 3 La Liga games, we have had a total of 6 different goal scorers. If we look at the game against Levante, we can see Ansu Fati score 2 goals. And then if we look at the game against Real Betis, we can see that De Jong, Busquets, and Lenglet score the goals for that match. And then if we look at the game today, we had Griezmann and Sergi Roberto score in this match. And I would have never thought, right, if we look at the game against Real Betis, that the 3 goals were scored by De Jong, Busquets, and Lenglet. That would have never happened under Ernesto Valverde. And so for this to happen is absolutely amazing. And for Quique Setien to inject this type of confidence to say, hey, anyone in this team can score. We don't have just one goal scorer in this squad is something that we should respect. So Setien is doing a great job at setting up the whole team to score goals. And people can say, oh, this is bad because we don't have a number 9, but people can say that this is good because anyone in the team can score and this could benefit us in the long run. So let's say we are in a game in the UEFA Champions League semifinals against Real Madrid and it's a very tight game and it's still 0-0, and in the 90th minute we have a player like Junior Firpo score, and so that's what I mean. We have more options now on who can score that goal. So in conclusion, after the game was over, it has been announced that Jordi Alba will be out for 3 weeks according to Catalan radio, and it says right here the left back will miss Barcelona's Champions League game with Napoli as well as the Clásico on March 1st. He did get injured on the 22nd minute, so he had to leave early, so it's a big loss for us. Now the only player that can replace Jordi Alba will be Junior Firpo. And we did have Quique Setien say a few words after the match, and this is what he said. We knew it was going to be a very complicated and hard game. Getafe had 4 victories without conceding a single goal. They pressed high and are aggressive. It's not easy to overcome. We have played 55 to 60 good minutes today, which is true because if we put this into perspective, we beat a team that is very good defensively without a number 9, and we were able to score 2 goals against a very tough Getafe side. And so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what I missed in this game down in the comment section below. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.